Hey everyone, Sula here from MistyHilltops.com. Thanks for stopping by. In this episode, I'm working on a 5x7 double page spread for an Autumn 23 mini album, and I titled this page Mooncake Fest. I'm using the digital version of the collection Welcome Autumn by Carta Bella. So as always, I prepare my page in Silhouette Studio, and then because I'm using digital products, I do that when I have digital products so that I can have the papers in the right size and everything. Then I print everything out, cut it out, and then I get ready to put it on my page. So here I have a strip of photos that I want to create, and I decided I will mat it with a strip of just craft paper underneath. And so right now I'm starting with putting the photos on the page there. This page in the end turned out a little different than I had planned it out. I often forget some part of layering or something, but it doesn't really matter that much. So here I was going with a grid style pattern, and I want to sew these rectangles onto the page. So I just apply very little glue there, and then just to get it attached to the page so it wouldn't be just slipping around on the page, and then I can run it through my sewing machine. So there will be sewing on each piece. So that's what I will be doing with each of these rectangles there. So I'm just arranging them and preparing to get them sewn. I do run a card along the edges to distress the edges. It gives the page just a little extra pop and dimension. The problem obviously is that when I run it through the sewing machine, it kind of flattens out the edges again because of the foot of the sewing bit. It just presses down hard on the paper, obviously, as it moves around on the paper. So, and I'll be doing the sewing off camera. The way that I designed this album, it has, like you saw, it basically has two sides. They're each on its separate page, and they will be sewn. So here I have finished the sewing. You can just see right now how I just folded, I just cut out two 5x7 size pages and folded them in the middle, and then I left, I also added a little flap at the bottom where it will be glued, and then where it's open in the center of the page, that's where my binding pieces will be added, so that this becomes an album. And so that gives me a lot of flexibility. I can design the binding pieces, just they need to be 7-inch high, and then I can add a gutter there depending on how much bulk I have on the page and how much space I need. So that works really well for me this way, and it gives me a lot of flexibility with my pages. I can do a lot and add a lot of embellishments there and still decide on how thick or thin my page will be. So I have all these little die cut pieces. Some are stamped, a lot of them I watercolor. I have these watercolor pencils that help me watercolor things, and so that's how I add those to the page. That pretend little like twine that was supposed to wrap around the paper, I had meant it to be the right part of it to be covered and go underneath that autumn word strip that you see at the bottom of the photo column there, but I forgot to put it down, and by the time I remembered it, then everything was glued already, and so there was no point in trying to pull off the word strip there, and I realized I could just put it somewhere else on the layout, although I do have to admit it kind of became a little more left side heavy with embellishments. In hindsight, I felt like I should have turned it the other way around, but it doesn't matter. So here I am working on the title now. The one piece I just stamped and then just basically cut it and trimmed it, and then I just created a little paper flag from it. And then the other part is the word fest. There is a die cut, is from one of my die cut alphas, and I just watercolored it with a similar color that comes with this collection there, this kind of bright green, blue, turquoise, whatever it is. And so here I am now working on my last little cluster there. I try to just layer things, but I also want people to be able to see a little bit of what it says on these. These are mostly stamped. Some of them are die cut, some of them are fussy cut. So I want obviously things to be somewhat visible there. And so I am just layering things on top. A lot of these little embellishments are actually fussy cut, die cut, and then watercolored, like the little leaf and that acorn bit there that I am using. And then I have, as always, my little word strips that I create in a Word. Well, I don't use Word, but well, I do use Word, but not for this one. So in a just word processing software, and then I just print them on cardstock, and then basically I trim them and they're ready to go. And they're actually made available. A lot of my word strips are already available as freebies on my blog, mistyhilltops.com. So if you're interested in picking up some freebies, you're welcome to stop by. And yeah, so here all I need to do is add a few more of these word bits onto the page. Because my pages are smaller, so I need them to be the embellishments to be the size that works well with my pages and not to become too huge, unless it would be a central part of the page. So that is basically my page done. I'm going to leave you with some more close-ups. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Consider subscribing, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.